Hi, my name is Shad Keen and I'm representing the National Weather Service in Medford, Oregon. And this webinar is going to be about the wind and snow high impact storms due to affect Southern Oregon and Northern California Saturday and Sunday, January 5th and 6th. So we expect primarily wind and snow impacts with these storms. It's going to be a 1-2 punch, and here are the storms over the eastern Pacific Ocean. This satellite image was taken at about 11 a.m. January 4th. You can see a well-developed storm southwest of Oregon moving to the northeast. It's a classic pattern for significant wind impacts to our forecast area. You can see Storm 2 beginning to develop top left portion of this satellite image. So for Storm 1, for winds, it's not common for us to have a wind advisory or wind warning, high wind warning out for the entire forecast area, but that is what we have for this storm. So the high wind potential for much of the forecast area, Saturday morning to Saturday evening. And we have high confidence for areas like the coast. It's going to see high winds, and the Shasta Valley, and medium confidence for other areas, including the Rogue Valley. And it's rare that we have high confidence for high winds in the Rogue Valley. So medium is still significant. And this looks to be the most significant wind event so far this season in terms of coverage for the forecast area. Here's an image of maximum wind gusts Saturday through Saturday evening. Can infer impactful winds over Interstate 5 around Weed, and then again those significant winds in the Rogue Valley. Klamath Falls being impacted, most cities in the forecast area. For snow impacts from the first storm, we expect the heavy wet snow to be focused over Northern California Saturday morning into Saturday night. We expect snow to dip to as low as 2,500 feet during the highest periods of precipitation. That snow level gets dragged down pretty far. So we have high confidence for Mount Shasta City and higher elevations, and medium confidence that we'll see the significant snow impacts all the way down to Dunsmuir and lower elevations. There, it's easy to tell on this image where these snow impacts are. I do want to mention, though, where snow and wind will combine could create some hazardous conditions. Occasional blizzard-like conditions, Mount Ashland and Crater Lake and other exposed mountainous areas. But primarily the snow accumulation is expected to be over Siskiyou County. Siskiyou Summit could see occasional periods of snow and some gusty winds as well, but not as significant snow as Mount Shasta by any means. Now there's another storm coming, and I want to note that it is significant as well. Please monitor the forecast. It looks like the wind coverage won't be quite as great as this first storm, but in terms of snow, could be more significant. So we expect, again, more heavy and wet snow over Northern California, but it will spread into Southern Oregon as well. Siskiyou Summit will be impacted. I believe the latest forecast we have is around 4 inches of snow on Sunday there. And snow levels will bottom out to around 3,000 feet in Oregon and lower snow levels near Mount Shasta City. So both lower snow levels with the second storm and more broad snow coverage for the forecast area. Please, for these areas being impacted by the winter storm, primarily Siskiyou County and again the higher elevation areas too in the forecast area, safest place is indoors during a winter storm. And And here's some things, if you must travel, to carry with you. So this wind field for Saturday wind event is in the top 5% for this time of year, so very significant. We expect high impacts in terms of winds and high impacts in terms of snow as well. Expect major travel impacts to Interstate 5 and Highway 97 on Siskiyou County. That concludes this briefing from the National Weather Service office in Medford for the storms on January 5th and 6th of 2019. Thanks for listening, and please stay tuned to the